before we even get to the clips, before we dissect what really is going on in this industry, not just the industry, but the world of frequencies, we got to understand that this is not just something to play with. It's not something to play about. On top of that, we got to understand too, if you are condoning, if you are advocating for uplifting this clown right here, then you are a part of the circus. You are the reason why the rich get richer, and it's going to be your fault, especially if you paid for Viagra that he's promoting, or his alcohol, or his merch, or whatever the case may be. You are basically uplifting his community behind closed doors. Not only that, the stuff that he did, or the things that he has done, is on purpose. He literally is a masturbator. What do I mean? I don't mean I don't mean nofap. Like, I don't mean touching yourself, all that, no. Masturbating mean that this dude he's literally playing chess with the collective consciousness. Because for one, he already has numerous channels to where he already has his nightcap, and he got the Club Shay Shay shit or whatever. So where he's promoting his alcohol, which is cool, that's fun and all that. People got to understand that the things that he's doing is all part of an agenda. It's all recorded. It's all predetermined. It's all destined for his character to go around doing. On top of that, he's 56 years old, and he's moving sloppy. And then what makes it even worse is that people are saying, like, they're boosting his ego as if he really laid down the foundation to whoever this woman was, not knowing that a lot of these women that these celebrities are sleeping with or having intercourse with are biologically composed as men, or biological men that turn into women at a young age. And the thing is too, I can't wait to expose I Show Speed as well, because the thing is, bro, the deceit comes down to this metamorphosis, instant transmission agenda, to where many young kids, boys and girls who are getting inverted, turned out physically, and then they become the opposite gender, and then they go their whole life lying to people about who they actually are not. And the thing is, you know who you are behind closed doors, but how you gonna fault your parents for what they thought was the best option for you when you were a kid? You ain't had no say so. So you weren't even determined to make it in life anyways. But it's the fact that your parents thought that was the best option for you to go to, and you went through the process, and now here you are. There are many celebrities who are coming for you because they cannot get women in real life, obviously. This 56-year-old little boy has still the same exact capabilities as a elementary schooler or a middle schooler. He still has a kid mindset in a grown man's body. He has proven to himself that he is not gay. So what did he do? He went on IG Live claiming that it was an accident, not knowing that it was not an accident. You baited people into watching a sex, not even watching, but hearing a sex tape, and you claimed it was an accident. But then you're saying, for one, you contradicted yourself on purpose too. Because if you go on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, wherever, there's many sites and sources for him going around saying that you weren't hacked, and you did it on purpose because you know what you are trying to promote. You are trying to promote ignorance. You're basically saying, and the thing is too, you can't be surprised if you see more people who are going to follow his lead because they want to get more followers. And that's all we're living in this digital era of footprints. We are basically in a time period in this simulation to where now you should never be surprised with who is going to go down when the get down happens, a part of these higher societies in life. Let's get into these clips, man, because we gotta dissect how stupid this shit actually looks and how idiotic people actually sound and look when they're advocating or boosting this man's ego subconsciously when he never needed the validation in the first place. But he needs it because he's so insecure with his masculinity that he went behind closed doors and humiliated himself to promote Viagra. Because you know he can't stay hard because he's not hard within himself. He's a little boy insecure with his feminine side because he knew he got turned out to get to where he is today. And people don't see through that.
My phone wasn't hacked. It wasn't a prank. It was me being a healthy, active male. Mm-hmm. I mean, y'all not gonna figure it out.
Right.
Y'all not.
Right.
But what y'all can do, y'all can get on this row.co/nightcap and get $15 off your first order. That's what y'all can do.
What y'all can do, basically letting you know that if you use these Viagras, you'll be just like him. Not knowing that you don't... Man, if only to my young men out there, a lot of y'all have to really understand that you do not have to take honey packets. You don't need to take alcohol. You don't need to smoke weed. You don't need to masturbate to last longer. You don't need to stay hard by taking these pills or these supplements or these drugs to boost your testosterone or to boost the blood cells to flow to the lower part of your root chakra. That's the problem right now. Like it's like imagine drinking alcohol and then the next day, you're like, man, I want to get drunk again. And then you go and drink more alcohol. And then you wonder why you cannot have a good time without drinking alcohol. Because it's like, that's what your mind is accustomed to thinking that is normal to take or to digest, to have a fun time for a temporary period of time, which is very sad because if you don't drink alcohol, but you still go have fun, your subconscious mind is going to follow suit with your leadership because through your leadership, you're basically saying, oh, I can have fun without these supplements in my body. Meaning that for my young men out there, if you are trying to practice, not even trying, if you are practicing intercourse, for one, you have to be careful with this. And that's why you have to be careful with masturbation. You have to be careful with who you're giving your seed to because you're going to end up being 56 like this nigga right here promoting Viagra as if that's the end all be all. But do you really want to be on Viagra at that age? You should not be on Viagra in the first place. You shouldn't even be able to take, you should not be taking drugs to get hard with a woman right in front of you. Not only just a woman. If you want to have hoes or whatever the case may be, that's on you. But if you got one woman, a wife or whoever that you call yours, you love to go home to, you should not take these drugs, these supplements to get yourself hard, to be pleased with a woman right in front of you. That to me just shows that throughout your youth, you wasted your energy on pixelated images or just to things that serve you no good. And then once the good came along, it was too late. You released it upon things that you thought were good and they never could please you in the first place. All they did was boost your ego and your subconscious mind was so programmed and trained to feel as if it needs to release to people that you never met before, that when you finally meet the one that you prayed for or that you meditated on and she's right in front of your face, you can't get hard no more. So what do you result to? You result to going to your nearest Chevron, Quick Trip, your Shell, Citgo, 7-Eleven, whatever the case may be, and then you try to some people are embarrassed too, and so when you buy these things, you feel as if, oh, it's gonna get me right, I'm gonna be good, and then you're gonna follow his lead as if that's the right thing to do. And then some people will go on Instagram Live doing exactly what he just did to get their name in the leaderboards, to sell out, not knowing that either way it goes, this does not prove anything. You are still gay, regardless, and whatever you are into, that's on you. But it's the fact that you're promoting these things and then you're boosting your self-esteem up, feeling as if you're disappointed or you're down in the dumps, but realistically, you're bragging after you contradicted your apology. It's like, what are you advocating for? Are you apologizing or are you not? Then on top of that, we do not know if this was a man or a woman. Because for one, if I'm getting fooled by these metamorphers behind closed doors, even the WNBA, if I'm getting fooled, there's no way that many of you actually believe that this was actually a woman, because we never know, because there was no face, no case. On top of that, this probably wasn't even him in the first place, but it was on his Instagram Live. So the thing is, we do not know who was actually behind the camera, but people just follow the leader and then they follow what is trending to hop on that wave, to get their name out there, to lease themselves onto a viral wave so they can have their name buzz all through the waves of social media or virality on the media, not knowing that you're embarrassing yourself on the media for no apparent reason because you want to please a bunch of men and women who do not care about you. And then these celebrities will go back and say, oh, y'all will never figure it out. You will never find out. I don't know why you're trying. No, nigga, you're proving a point to other people that do not know who you are. You care about people who are not on your level, by the way. You care about their opinion so much that you embarrass yourself on social media, and then you went behind your own back, took accountability, and you're promoting poison to the community. So you're hurting and harming our people to save your image or to save your face, and then you brag about it, talking about how you laying it down.
Do, but you'll get it in, y'all see. But anyway, that's I'm just saying, Ocho. I'm just saying.
That about what, a minute, 5 seconds?
Oh no.
No.
Makes it even worse right here. You can just tell that people just look up to a bunch of little boys because, and somebody's going to ask, well, Okay, so what are you about to get into? Like, what you about to say with what Ocho Cinco just said to Shannon Sharp? For one, this is a form of gossiping. And what's crazy, what I'm doing right now is also a form of gossiping as well. But I've been forgiven for what I am doing unconsciously because, for one, consciously, we have to understand these Luciferian agendas that are being pushed upon our community. Because, for one, we have many carbonated beings who look up to these two people. That's exactly why this video is being covered in the first place, because these are not your leaders in our community. These are not the people setting examples to become a role model. These are not influencers or content creators. These are nothing but characters who are pushing a certain motive for you to follow, and they're targeting your kids because they want your kids to feel as if what he just did is okay, and that if the world slanders you or throws you under the bus, you can apologize on the internet, especially if you have a big name. And the thing is, too, with ESPN forgiving him, it's because, for one, when you climb that ranks of these hierarchies, once again, he didn't get his name for no reason. These allegations didn't come out of nowhere for no reason, because he was willing to do what it does to get to where he is. You can't have a big name without doing big things by having bigger things inside of you. Oh, man. Hey, DJ, cut the beat, man. Cut the beat. Please sit there and ask yourself, why, as a form of gossiping, because what they're doing right now is gossip, once again, as I stated earlier, why do you care about what your bro or your homie does in bed? Why are you asking how many minutes he lasted with a man or a woman that you never seen before, unless you have seen it before? Why does that matter? And somebody will probably say in the comment section who is closed-minded, or who is a sheep, or who is a programmed sentient being. They'll be like, you're looking too deep into this. It's not that serious, because me and my bros talk like this all the time. If you talk like that to your bro, you might as well be a bitch to your bro. Hey, how long did you last? It was like, you're calculating your homie's strokes. Realize that. That means that, for one, because I even listened to the audio. Once I seen it, I got up today, I went on Twitter just to check to see what I can expose. Once I seen that shit, I was like, no way. Boom, opened it, closed it. I was like, you know what? Ain't no point in me even trying to listen to it. Why would I listen to a 56-year-old embarrass himself on the internet? Then as I'm seeing these clips and shit from the internet, I'm like, oh, I'm on both of y'all. Because the fact that you're asking your friend, your bro, how many strokes he had with who knows, could be a man, woman, could be a transmission. We don't even know. Could be a informant, could be a metamorpher that's informing itself as a woman, portraying itself in an audio that we think is clear to hear. But the thing is, though, the media is so deceitful, you don't know what you heard. You don't even know what you've seen, because what you've seen is not actually reality. You are living in a false illusion. It's the fact that they're actually laughing and willing to humiliate themselves for some money, for some profit, for some views, for some clicks. Going viral only sticks for so long, so you gotta do something else to bring your name right back up on the leaderboards, so that people don't forget about you.
Hey, this ain't no YouTube short, boy. This is a full feature.
Okay,
come on, Ocho, come on now, don't do that. Oh, they want to go. They want to go a couple of rounds with the champ.
Yeah,
if you have an allergy, like if you're allergic to peanuts, you're allergic to shellfish, bee stings, ants, or something like that, Ocho, you keep an EpiPen on you.
Right.
I keep these on me.
And it's like they think this shit is funny. You're bragging about staying unhealthy, basically, and people feel as if he's a healthy man, for one. And someone be like, well, as you get older of age, you know, things happen and this and that. It's like, I don't want to hear excuses, because, for one, your body should always be working. Your body should always be conscious of itself, meaning that if you had to take Viagra just to get hard, that's something that you have done in your youth, and you built yourself all the way up to get hard by taking these, once again, these supplements, these illusions. You are in an illusion, feeling as if you got to please yourself with this drug or whatever, this title, to get yourself up, because you can't do it yourself. You can't do it yourself, so you need a title to do it for you. And then you're entitled to that title, which we call Viagra. And then once you keep on taking that title, your subconscious mind will be dependent on it. Do not feel as if this is just some minor mistake. Especially if you're young watching this. This is not a mistake. He is literally telling you and promoting poison to your mind. If you take this shit, first of all, fuck that. You should stop touching yourself. Stop smoking weed. Stop doing whippets. Stop doing drugs in general. Focus on yourself. Eat right. Fast. Drink water. Exercise. If you just go for a walk, meditate. If you do those basic things every single day, you would not need a title to help your blood flow to your dick. it wouldn't make any sense to do that anyways, especially as you get older. When you're 56, you should be chilling, you should be resting, you should be reaping the fruits of your labor for all the hardships that you went through. But instead, we got 56-year-olds out here promoting poison to our community and then bragging about it as if they did something that they accomplished over the internet. Like, nigga, you sold yourself out for monetization and views and clicks to meet up with other sellouts as well to get your name up there. Niggas is selfish, and you a little boy.
Ocho.
Yes, sir.
Real talk. They call these draws for the Hall of Fame. These draws go into the Hall of Fame. You know how when you have an outstanding performance, they want the jersey, the cleats, the glove. Oh, these draws go into the Hall of Fame. You know, she might have had to put a little ice pack down there, but she good otherwise. Nope. You know, you play a hard game, you ice. Basketball players ice their knees, they ice their ankles, the elbows and stuff like that after, you know, up and down football players. Okay. I'm looking for a mattress sponsor now. I thought the box springs out of that one, Ocho.
Then what makes it even worse, these are the conversations that we're having in the times that we're living in, out of all the distractions that we are going through, especially the way our system is just fucking us over. These are the conversations that we are having on the internet. And then the thing is, too, thousands of people are just tuning in to this message as if it's worth listening to. This man talking about he need a mattress sponsorship, as if that's just a good thing. Now, the thing is, too, you can say it's good for him, but it's like, how does that benefit you? This nigga's talking about bragging about putting his boxers in the Hall of Fame because of a job that a masculine man should be doing to a woman that he cares about. Like, that's not something to be bragging about, especially as a man. Why are you bragging about what you do behind closed doors? That, to me, just shows that you are trying to reveal to society what society should not care about. Because as a man, if you know you're handling business, if you laying down and you getting deep and massaging her guts, nobody should hear about that. Nobody should give a fuck about that. But the thing is, though, for what he's doing it to benefit his ego. And people are paying for it. Literally. Niggas are paying for his merch. So what he just did was he just made himself even more richer off of your attention span. Because people have no indication of who they are in this simulation anyways. So because they're looking for a leader, a mentor, a role model, inspiration, they're looking for somebody that they can call a uncle, a dad, just whoever, shit, probably God at this point, meaning that most people have no indication that you are your own celebrity, you are your own leader. But now that we have no leaders at the house or in the household, especially for adults as well, which is very sad, there are many adults out here who probably feel as if this nigga is actually funny for what he did, not knowing that no true grown man that is comfortable in his masculinity with a balance of his femininity would never do this shit. Because for one, if you know, for example, to my men who get women, bro, because you know you can relate to what I'm saying, you know, because real recognize real. If you know you laying it down with women, you are never going to go on the internet and brag about laying it down. It's just not happening. Because for one, you're messy. You're dirty Mac, and you're basically talking down on the woman, and she's going to be embarrassed. If you go on Instagram and say, man, I just fucked this bitch, man, you know what I'm saying? That shit was good. I laid it down. We went 5 rounds. And then you say, like, you don't say the name, but you talk about it with somebody else. You are pillow talking to another man. You are gossiping to another man about what you do behind closed doors. That is weird. And people do not see how sad this actually is coming from a nigga who's damn near 60. Your life expectancy is damn near at its end. And this is what you do. Now, of course, live life. Do whatever you want. Because this life is 100% yours and your choice. But if we choose to uplift this type of degeneracy or this ignorance, we can't be surprised when we see the youth and adults promote the same exact practice or ritual that this nigga just committed this week.
Sincerity. I'm extremely embarrassed that a very, very private, intimate situation, the audio can be heard. And I'm extremely disappointed in myself. 5 minutes before I came on, phone rings. It's Cat Williams. What's up? The first thing out of his mouth, guess what he said, Ocho?
Oh, wow.
You ain't gay today?
Hey, listen.
I said, man.
Listen.
Come on, Cat. He's like,
and this is the funny thing about.
And in conclusion, I put that clip right there because what he just stated just shows you that this is the type of nigga that you got to watch out for, because Without male validation, he can't validate his own validation because it's not validated. Because he's unconscious to what he's actually doing. He done sold out so deep into the rabbit hole of this game that people will never be able to play. But he sold out so deep to the fact that he feels as if what Cat Williams said justifies his sexuality. Oh, you're not gay today, coming from a nigga who's gay today. Like, what the fuck is going on? He feels as if what Cat Williams said is supposed to hold weight and people should just believe what he said. Oh, Cat Williams said Shannon Sharp not gay? Well, shit, guess he ain't gay. Nigga, stop it. Because for one, this whole contradiction that is literally made from this video is helping us understand why he did it in the first place. You are trying to prove yourself to the doubters or to the people who've been mocking you for years on years. Either way it goes, my nigga, if you are a young man watching this or older man watching this, even a woman out there, you should embrace what you are attracted to. Nobody cares what you are attracted to. If people call you gay, so be it. If people think you're straight, so be it. If people talk down on you for what you sexually are attracted to, who gives a shit? This is a simulation of dreams that you are unconsciously practicing through your unconscious habit that you have to be conscious about while you are practicing the habits that you are unconscious about towards your consciousness. There's no way people actually believe that what you are seeing is reality, my nigga. This is not a game nor a joke. This stuff keeps you stuck in a simulation. So once again, do not be surprised with how many people get on the internet and start following what this nigga did. People are going to sexualize themselves for views and for clicks. Not only that, there are many kids out there who look up to this nigga. So don't be surprised when your kids are doing the same exact thing. And when you catch them, you can't ask them, who did you learn this from? You need to monitor their phones, their tablets, their PlayStation, their Xbox, their TV. You need to monitor who they hang out with. You need to monitor your children's lifestyle. If you don't, they're going to grow up in society and be sexualizing people for no apparent reason and then going on the internet feeding their persona to people who don't give a fuck. And then we had to deal with that shit in society because you as a parent didn't do your job to your child that was looking for a savior in the household. Not only that, if people feel as if them going on the internet bragging about what they did behind closed doors is normal, you are going to lose not only real people in your circle, you are not going to be respected by your peers because for one, they're going to see you as an idiot or a clown. Not only that, real women who understand this, because my real woman, you definitely know what I'm talking about, baby girl. I really appreciate you for listening. But to my women out there, the real women, you already know you can advocate for what I'm saying as well. You would never want to fuck with a nigga who talks about the business that y'all do behind closed doors. I hope you wouldn't, because I never met a woman who would actually advocate or be, I can't say that word now. I never met a woman who would be happy about me talking about what we have done in the bedroom, because that's supposed to be sacred for her and I. That's a ritual. Sex is a ritual behind closed doors. So why am I talking about that magic to a man? Like he was there. The fuck is going on? Like he was there. I just got on my seat because that just pissed me off. Because why would you express that to another man and then he's jokingly acting like he actually cares, and he probably do? Man, this shit gets so deep, bro. I don't want to get deeper into the rabbit hole because it's just like, excuse me, like you stated earlier, we never really gonna know because I don't hang out with this nigga to know what he does. But be happy with who you are attracted to. If you are having intercourse with people, that's fun. But for one, if you know you have nothing going for yourself, if you know you need to benefit your lifestyle in a deeper perspective, then you need to save your semen and focus on yourself. Because before this year ends, you're going to see even crazier shit. This is just a beginning. This is not even the ending of what we're actually beginning to go into. Because what are we going into if we're already into what we are thinking we are into? Have a great day, God and Goddess.